Hi everyone, welcome to some Star Wars Battlefront Across the Ages. It's Merry Hothmas today as part of our Christmas videos. We play Star Wars Battlefront 1, the original, on Hoth Echo Base. We then play Star Wars Battlefront 2, the 2005 version. And then we skip ahead to Star Wars Battlefront 2 in the newer games. I had to make a decision on game size as to which one I downloaded, and I just thought 2 was the better choice. We start off here on Hoth, and we hop into the AT-AT and work our way towards the Rebel base. I have selected Empire. I will show both sides throughout the playthrough, except for on the second Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. I did get caught out at the start with the AT-AT. The Rebels took out my legs and I fell over. Learned from my mistakes though. Hopped back in and made my way towards the Rebel bunker. This isn't normally a strategy that I'd play on this map. I very often just run around, try and cap the command posts, avoid the vehicles unless they're becoming prohibited to me moving the match forward. And it's still very close throughout the whole game. For the Empire side, if you think about the movies, you should win. The Rebels shouldn't beat you on Hoth because that's how the Rebels work in the movies. They get stuck on Hoth and have to flee because the scout droid catches them. We've made it to the Rebel base, the shield generator that we need to take out. Once we take that out, it will make everything much easier for us, as the Rebels will now have one less place that they can spawn from. It's currently 191 to 205. I don't normally play on Hoth. Whenever I feel like playing Star Wars Battlefront, whichever version it may be, Hoth is definitely lower on the rankings. It's iconic.
It looks like coal.
There's something about the vehicles that I just don't enjoy about the maps. And it's particular to this version, with it being so restrictive, as well as the huge, massive hallways. They never end here. There's the U-shaped one on the other side of the map, and I actually forgot how physically long the corridor is on this side between the hangar and this command post. Actually, there's a second command post in the middle, which is fortunate for this version, but it's not on the other version. We've managed to move the walker this way towards this command post, but we're still pretty even. So I have to be wary of that and make a decision on whether or not the AT-AT is the right way to play the map. So I've hopped out now, and I'm going to take matters into my own hands. It's utter chaos out here outside this command post. Move inside, and this corridor is brutal. They just turn the corner. They almost know that you're there, so they're already propped. You can see them on the minimap coming, so you can preempt the strike from the Rebels, which is a good thing about this command post. Unfortunately, they did catch me out with the range that they're standing in. They can just reach up and stop me from capping the command post, which made things difficult. This Rebel takes me out. No, not the sharpshooter. It was that person down the corridor. Ash Ulrend. It's always Ash. 26 kills. It's 166 to 133. So whatever I did, moving out of the AT-AT has actually really benefited my situation. Grenades are fantastic for this corridor. You can pick up some real easy kills because they just get bundled together like a bunch of grapes almost. Explodable Rebel grapes. We will cap the command post that the Rebels have been held back, the Outpost. And we'll make our way through the world's longest unnecessary corridor on Hoth. It goes on and on and on. Fortunately, on this version of the map, there's a command post in the middle. There is little spots where you can pop in and out, which is similar to the big U-shaped one that I showed in the single-player campaign. This map, however, on this side, doesn't have fake rooms. On the other side, I believe there's a fake room that you can kind of get diverted into if you're not paying attention. This is a great spot to cap the command post. Just stand in the middle. Quite often you won't have an enemy spawn on you. Now that you've got this, you can move towards the hangar bay. Cap the hangar bay. No more vehicles. That means that the Rebels are severely disadvantaged by you having the AT-AT out and the walkers, because they can't fly and take them out anymore. Nom Carver managed to get me. However, it's too late. The rebels have nowhere else to spawn on the map. We've taken out the shield generator, and we've taken out this command post here. So that'll get us the victory. A couple extra enemies to spare. They couldn't capitalize off the rocky start that I had. Ended up with 52 kills, 3 deaths, 2 caps. That'll do. That's pretty useful. 9 headshots. My favourite vehicle was the AT-AT. I was in there for 5 minutes. That's mostly me just walking towards the shield generator. Conquest on Hoth. I haven't actually shown yet the full campaign on Star Wars Battlefront 2, or played any of the Galactic Conquest heroes. I think there's Hunt as well. The map is slightly different in that they removed the god-awful, useless, U-shaped corridor that connects that shield generator and this command post. So we move down, we cap that, and I focus on the AT-ST that's walking. I wanted to see if I could damage the vehicles and stop them from coming towards us. After all, it's only a Galactic Conquest. If you spend a lot of time playing these games, you can't win all the time. You have to lose to learn better strategies or more entertaining ways to play. Challenge yourself a little bit. We took out the command post and I managed to get the offer to play as Pilot Luke. You are insane if you do not accept the offer to play as a Jedi, as a bounty hunter, as anybody. Here's me running through the corridor. Never ends. It goes on and on and on. And then we made it to the hangar bay, which the Empire had captured for some reason. That's not standing. We will take full advantage of that. Just something to note, the reinforcements are changeable. In the second one, you can actually add a percentage boost or percentage decrease. So we've gone 150, 150. I found my dad. He went to the milk bar and then he never came back. Took him out. Make our way across the field of play. And we started to swing things in our favour a bit better. But it's really easy to just cap all the command posts once you have a Jedi and you're playing on regular difficulty. There's not much that you can do wrong. There's a couple maps where it is extremely overpowered and you can just rake up hundreds of kills by playing on multiple reinforcement game modes. At the same time, playing as a Jedi or a Sith. Coruscant comes to mind. I think as Emperor Palps, you can take out a absolute amountable number. I think it's the Rebels. It would be the Rebels or the Republic. We did manage to cap. So both times we've played Hoth so far, we've capped every single command post, and that's gotten us the victory. Luke Skywalker saved the day there. Classic outfit. Really fun to play as a Jedi too. That's one of the best parts about playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 is you get the Jedis as an option as well. Going through my career stats, not important right now, but just gives you a heads up on where I am compared to where my single player campaign's at. Now we move to Star Wars Battlefront 2. One of the worst released games of all time that I can think of, other than Assassin's Creed Unity. However, it has done such a good job at redeeming itself. People have completely forgotten about that, and those who haven't appreciate the game so much more for sticking through it. This was so much fun. It was completely pointless that I played this, as it's an entirely different game mode. It's an entirely different setup. Hoth looks beautiful. How cool is the snow? The stormtroopers, the rebels, the choice of characters in this game mode. It's essentially a capture the flag, an objective capturing game mode. It doesn't even matter who wins or loses. You get XP, you have fun, you upgrade your characters. Who doesn't want to do that? It is so much fun. Any of the maps that you could pick to single player for just 15-20 minutes of your time, and you will have fun playing this game. It feels so much like a shooter, but in the Star Wars world, that you kind of forget a little bit that it is a shooter. There's Jedi, there's vehicle choices. I think I play as a Death Trooper now, and they're a lot of fun. They are tanks. I don't play very well with them, especially tactically, considering this is the first time I've played Battlefront 2 in maybe a year and a half. That's why I had an issue with having to re-download the game. Fortunately, still a blast. I love games like this. Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare. I had so much fun playing a game like that. This is exactly the vibe that you get from playing this. And to do it in a Christmas time of year on a snowy map, it just makes you feel like you're waking up on Christmas Day, opening your presents, wondering, wow, my parents got me nothing I wanted, but I'm going to pretend like I enjoyed it. And that's the art of Christmas, isn't it? We captured command post A. No, maybe not. Maybe I have to swap after I use this vehicle, because I think we get a surprise visit from a certain Jedi Master who, yeah, there he is. What are you doing on Hoth, Yoda? You are in the wrong place, mate. You should be on the Dagobah system, chilling, enjoying your swamp-infested Christmas. There's heaps of trees there, Yoda. I didn't mean to stomp you out, but I stomped you out. Now that Yoda is gone, we can move forward towards A. A and B are being captured currently. A is an absolute slaughter festo. It's safe in a walker, but it's not safe to be walking near that capture point. Had some fun as Boba. Who doesn't love running around with a jetpack as a bounty hunter? It's just so satisfying. It's so unbelievably good to just feel like you are a Star Wars character. Took out Thrak Gorshan there as we're about to capture B. I think there's 4 zones that you have to get through. The 4th zone is the final zone and you'll get the victory. We will wait for the objectives to pop up. Going in here, unfortunately, brought back some bad memories. I don't like running around in these long, windy Hoth corridors, but I'll do it anyway. Luke Skywalker's here now. We all know how hard it was to beat him back on Hoth. He took out our Empire pilot with ease. Just mowed us down. I took myself out there. What's more dangerous? Me with a grenade throwing it at myself, or Luke Skywalker? Probably a combination of the both. Then I sped up the footage here just to show how tanky the Death Trooper is. And if you sit on the command post, you get minimal run of opposing heroes, waves of enemies being directed to alternate command posts. You can just tank damage and sit on the command post with ease. That managed to get us capture point A done, which will help us move on to the final capture point, which was brutal. A here was such an absolute pain to do. I thought, you know what, I'm going to tank damage again. It was really easy. I think I've got this Death Trooper thing worked out, and I was so wrong. You can't sit on this command post without all hell breaking loose in here. The Rebels put up more of a fight in this game than they did in the entire trilogy of 4, 5, and 6. Look at an Ewok. What are you doing on this planet, Yanya? And I will get you back. Defeated Han Solo too. He was an easy takeout. They're just non-stop. Princess Leia was difficult. She took up a lot of my time. She was harder to deal with than she was when she was a kid in the Obi-Wan TV show. Moving her out of the direction of damage was a poor decision by me, and it ended up biting me back very quickly. So now that we're down a Death Trooper, it's all points related. I assume that a lot of people who are watching these, or will watch, or may watch, understand the way the game works. But if you don't, the point system is really important, and if you use all your points, you burn them, you end up just being regular troopers, and sometimes when you really need those points, it makes you feel bad that you've wasted them on 3 Death Troopers in a row, and you're on the objective in overtime, desperately worried about which enemy, maybe Princess Leia or Han Solo, or maybe even Yoda might come out and defeat you on Hoth. Oh, wait. It was Poker Greed. Look at him. He is rap. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got him. Defeat. He beat me. That is defeat. Thank you for watching. Merry Hothmas, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the comparison.